It's time to let go. I think that one of the biggest reasons we sometimes struggle to build an identity that we actually connect with is because we sometimes get stuck on who we used to be. And I'm not necessarily talking about resisting self improvement or disliking the person you become. I mean, we literally don't allow ourselves to outgrow our past. We hold on to like a unchanging version of ourselves so tightly that it actually prevents real growth. And I want to talk about this because it's so common, especially right now in this day and age. As people seem to be so afraid to let go of their old habits or even try new things. And I know personally I've been there myself. Until recently, I didn't realize how tightly I was clinging to a past mindset. And I'm someone that would call himself self-aware, but I was struggling to accept that real change was actually okay. Now, part of this comes from a kind of mental condition. I read a post that talked about how we can get addicted to our own familiar patterns because we replay the same thoughts and actions over and over, so our bodies and minds just start to expect it. Even if you're not into ideas like manifestation, it's easy to see that when you replay the same old beliefs every day, your life begins to look the same too. So you end up staying in this loop, reliving past worries or disappointments. So it's no surprise that we manage to stay stuck. Now, I'm definitely not saying that you need to bury every memory, because honestly, we can't just forget everything that's happened to us. I know I still think about old regrets or moments where I'd wish I'd been more mature. That's of course normal. But real change only comes when we allow ourselves the possibility of becoming someone different. Someone who learns from what's happened and keeps it moving. What really matters is that you break those mental loops that keep bringing you back to the same behaviors and the same definitions. If your mind keeps spinning on the negative, replace those thoughts with something more constructive, like a small, achievable habit that reinforces a healthier mindset. For me, a major step was dropping the embarrassment of wanting to improve. And I know that sounds stupid, but I used to feel weird about doing things like voice noting myself or speaking my affirmations outside in front of a mirror or wherever it may be. It felt like I was trying too hard, but I realized there's no shame in caring about yourself. There's actually power in it. There's no shame in wanting to become better or more confident. You should want to do that. When you're trying to stop a habit, it's nearly impossible to replace it with nothing. You have to swap in something healthier, more beneficial. You can't just drop an old routine. You need something in it to take its place. For instance, noting to myself minor thoughts. It might sound small, but it made a huge difference. When we keep defining ourselves by who we were, maybe we label ourselves as shy or unconfident, we miss our chance to become something else. Instead, we get comfortable with the label. And that's not the same as being comfortable with actual growth. In my own case, I realized I was more comfortable with having a fixed identity rather than being a work in progress. But being in progress is exactly what allows you to gain new skills, meet new people, and see over the horizon and see new possibilities. I also believe that part of accepting change means allowing yourself to explore what truly resonates with you, even if it's outside your comfort zone. Bit about me, over the last 8 months, I've been sharing my creative side publicly, posting cooking content on social media. And I'm not going to lie and say it was completely easy. It was terrifying at times. But each post was a way of telling myself it's okay to grow, it's okay to evolve, it's okay to ditch that paranoia or unconfident mindset. It's such a simple idea, yet so many of us fight it. We push away opportunities because they feel risky, or we worry about failing. But I think that's because we're so afraid of what change means. It doesn't require burning your life to the ground. It's more like pruning a plant. You're trimming away what no longer serves you so new growth can happen. I know in my own life, I've had to confront a whole heap of internal demons and fears, and I'm still working through them now. I'm definitely not embarrassed to admit that I don't have it all figured out. But recognizing that something needs to be addressed is a huge win. It's genuinely the first step towards healing or improving that aspect of yourself. Because after realization, you have to apply it and actually do the work to transform. And transform, any sort of transformation doesn't happen instantly. It's day by day. You work at it. And being more present with yourself is a big part of that process. I used to have a huge fear of expressing myself. I'm doing it on YouTube. Whether it was speaking up in front of a group or saying what I really thought. And over time, I naturally leaned into being more open. And I think the way I got to that point was I think I unconsciously chose the career of sales because it was something that forced me out of my comfort zone. And it helped me to become a confident person. But I think I unconsciously chose it because one day I wanted to be that person. I'd see these salespeople and they're knocking on my door talking nonsense. And I wished I had that level of confidence, but instead I had this internal anxiety or fear when I was even speaking to a stranger. And looking back, I see how stepping into that uncomfortable space for me made me grow. Because every small challenge, every moment of fear that we face is a lesson of how capable we actually are. And that's something I want for everyone, to give yourself a chance to evolve, to find the best parts of yourself that you didn't even know existed. Is it scary? Hell yeah. Loads of the time it's going to feel awkward. Might have heart palpitations, but trust me, you're worth the effort. Because ultimately, letting yourself grow just means trusting yourself. Trusting yourself to release the version of you once were. Because it's okay to change. It's okay to say I'm not quite the person I was 6 months ago. I'm feeling excited about who you're becoming. And you may stumble along the way. And even if you do stumble, it's part of learning. Embrace the fact that you're a constant work in progress. Trust me. None of us are finished products. Even those people you see on social media, or those gurus, whoever they may be, they seem to have it all figured out. Guarantee you, if you could follow them around for a day, you'd say, yo, you've got to be able to screw loose. Everyone's got their shit. Now, if you stuck around this long, I want to say thank you. Truly, it means the world that people would come and share this journey with me. Even if it's one person or 5 people, whoever it may be. Any comments, feedback, and insights would mean the world to me. I appreciate every single one of you that have watched this, or even if you haven't watched this. Now, please keep allowing yourself to develop. Keep letting go of the parts of you that hold you back. And most importantly, keep being you. Even as that you continues to evolve. Thank you. I love you. Peace.